What's up, guys? 2025 is around the corner, so today I figured I'm gonna take you guys around the house, show you a little game room, game tour, game setup. So we're gonna get into it after a message from our sponsor. Mabaho ba ang kilikili mo? Then you need to try Old Rice deodorant. Remember when grandma got mad at you because you didn't finish all your rice? Well, those days are gone because the makers at Old Rice found a way to take your leftover rice and make organic deodorant. It might not smell the best, but at least grandma can't smell it anyway. And now back to the video. So when we first moved to this place, I wanted to make this loft here my game room exclusively, but behind these doors is a washer dryer, so that wasn't gonna work. So instead I got my PC set up here. We're going to start off with these two handhelds, my Mayu Mini Plus emulation handheld, love this thing. Then this is my Playdate. I call this my modern Game Boy. Some of the graphics on the games really impressed me, so I might do a video on it. Then I got my initial D mouse pad here. Always been a fan of the AE86. I actually drove one in real life, so that's pretty cool. Got my mini PC right here where I do my emulation. Yep, your boy does emulation. And then I got my Steam Deck here sitting on the dock. And then down here we have the MPC-1 where I'm learning to make some beats. I did a project on GarageBand several years ago. So now I upgraded to the MPC-1 and it's a lot to learn, but learning is good. And then down here we got my custom built PC from my cousin P. I don't know too much about PC, but cousin P is the go-to guy. And I just know that the graphics card here is a 6600 XT. Under the desk here we have just keyboards, mouse, label printer if I want to sell something on eBay. I'm not a full-time reseller, but once in a while I might sell something on eBay. And here we have a 8-bit DOE controller. I got that backbone on top there that I use to play Apple Arcade games with. So that's gonna do it for the loft. Moving downstairs we have the modern console set up. My daughter's playing Astrobot right now. Here we have some of my controllers. The Astrobot spaceship, the PS5, my Switch, and I wonder, is the Switch 2 coming in 2025? Only time will tell. And then the Series X, the Game Pass King, and in the corner here we got some guitars, my PA system for practicing karaoke, you know how Filipinos do. And over here is where I keep all my games. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got in here. Got some controllers, movies, some games here. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Nintendo Switch Sports. Back here, some more games. Let me just lay down everything for you. So here we got the Switch collection. Believe it or not all these games are mine. Some of them are my daughter's, like Disney's Magical World, Shredder's Revenge, Cowabunga Collection, probably my favorite one from all the TMNT games. Got another one of my daughter's game, LOL, Breath of the Wild, that got me through the pandemic, so that's a special game. Kirby Forgotten Land, Astral Chain, Miitopia, my daughter put a lot of hours into that game. Mutant Football League, that's probably the closest you're gonna get to a modern NFL Blitz. And my favorite game of all time for the Switch is Super Mario Odyssey. And now moving on to the PS4, PS5 games. Sub-Zero repping on the cover there, the Mortal Kombat XL. Got the Sonics, Frontiers, Superstars. J. Cole on the cover of 2K23. But my favorite, Astrobot, instant classic. If you haven't played it, you gotta do yourself a favor and go get this game. And if you get the physical, it comes with this poster here, front and back. Pretty cool, especially you don't really get much nowadays inside physical editions. This is the back side of the poster. And now we got my Xbox One, Xbox Series X games. Mad Max, 2K16, WWE, Mortal Kombat 1. And on the inside of this WWE 2K16 is my favorite wrestler of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Got some controllers here. My favorite here is this Kirby one. Looks like he swallowed the controller. And then we got some movies. I'm a big Rowan Atkinson fan, so I got the Johnny English collection right there. And then on the counter we have my Miss Pac-Man arcade 1-up counter arcade machine. I went with Miss Pac-Man because you don't have to be a gamer to enjoy this one, so anybody can come in and play. Over here we got our record player. Me and my wife, we recently upgraded from the Victrola, and it makes a big difference because I had a record skip on the last one, but it works perfectly fine on this one. Got my Bible here, gotta have my Bible. And then below we got our vinyl record collection. This here is my Eminem Fortnite vinyl. My wife is a big Swiftie, got Taylor Swift there, Zelda and Chill, Home Alone Christmas. That Apple Hiking group right there on the right, when I was in my hip hop group, they invited us to open up for them at one of their concerts, and we were backstage and they never called us out, so that left a bad taste in my mouth back then. And now finally guys, we are here in the basement. If you've seen the 50 Cent Hustler's Ambition video, this is the vibe it gives me. That's why I got my heavy bag stand set up here, so I can get in the zone. This poster here is from a GamePro magazine I had, so I just took it to get laminated. And down here we got my VR mat that I decided to get after hurting my wrist a few times, running into walls and stuff like that. Now this banner here, my mother-in-law and I were at Walmart. She asked the workers if I could have it. Over here we got a couple Wii U games, my Wii games. The stand I actually got at a garage sale for $1. Over here got some light gun games in there. Got Stone Cold Steve Austin. Got my Pokeball in this box here. Let me open this up for you guys. And then this card here, me and my daughter actually pulled this one together. So I went and got it graded, came back at 10. Fast and Furious, the house scene, the barbecue scene. Got my Mortal Kombat 2 Collectorcade. And then probably my favorite game of all time is Sonic 2. And when we were kids, it was just the coolest thing to put the Sonic 2 on the Sonic and Knuckles game like that. PSVR 2 there. My PlayStation Classic. Got Anna and Elsa guarding it. Got the bookends from Pokemon Center, my Gyarados. Got the Friends collection, my wife's Friends collection there. And then this Eminem and Rihanna, the Monster Tour, me and my wife attended that. And this here is our album that we released many years ago with my hip hop group. And there's your boy right there in the green. Then moving on, we got my MetaQuest 3, got a Bluetooth Marshall Bluetooth here. And then we're gonna move on over to the games over here. Sonic 2 poster. Got the Game & Watch there. The stand I got from Rose Colored Gaming. Another Sub-Zero figure. Got a Tech Deck Sonic there in the back. TMNT van. And then I got an official POG gamepad. And here are some of my PS1 games. Tekken 3, Twisted Metal 2, probably my favorite of all time PS1 game. And then I'm not afraid to say it, Nelly is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I don't care what anybody says. And moving on to the games here, let me move this Roy Kent Funko Soda out the way. Now, I was surprised to find out that this Tamagotchi game here is worth some money right now. I think I got that game 2 years ago for 25 bucks. So here we got my PS2 collection, Grand Theft Auto 3, this Simpsons arcade game for the Dreamcast, but I don't have a Dreamcast. Some light gun games, DS games. If you still have a DS, you should check out Elite Beat Agents. That's one of my favorite DS games, and one that I recently discovered. This is my Genesis collection here. NHL 94, greatest hockey game of all time. My PS3 games. Go Lions. Hopefully we win the Super Bowl. A couple Genesis cartridges. Got my Pink Gorilla bootleg tester. Some Goosebumps books. I remember collecting these but never reading them when I was a kid. Got this Street Fighter 2 car destroying scene. Some GameCube games. The sport games on the GameCube were my favorites. I just gotta get NBA Street Volume 2. This game here, Stacked, it's got a poker player on it, Daniel Negreanu. If I'm ever in Vegas and I run into him, I'm gonna ask him to sign that. Here's some of my 360 games, some DVDs, and then this is an Atari plug and play. And now moving on here, we have my retro consoles, Super Nintendo. This game was given to me by my brother-in-law. He found it cleaning in his basement and asked me if I wanted it. I said, heck yeah. My Sega Genesis here. This Power Rangers game is the only game in my collection that remained from my original childhood. Here's my N64. Let me move this PS2 controller out the way. The N64, I never had one growing up. I only got one game for it now, NFL Blitz, but most games I play on Nintendo Switch Online. Got my PS2 here, got the Xbox 360, PS3, and then we got the Wii U. And finally we got my retro handheld consoles, SP101, the Game Boy Color, had the exact same color from when I was a kid, Super Mario Land on the back there, my 2DS, and also in my basement we have a mini pool table that I got from Walmart. And then we also have a Bino board. Bino was a lot of fun. If you don't know about it, go check it out. And then just over the heavy bag here we have the State of Michigan Sport Athlete covers. Nicholas Lindstrom, Ben Wallace, Desmond Howard, Sparty, Megatron, and Miguel Cabrera. And that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next video.